Oh, hi guys.
Hi guys, welcome back to Fresh Air on NPR. I'm your host, Terry Disgusting.
Terry Disgusting. I'm Terry Disgusting, and I'm very disgusting.
So guys, you know, guys, if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I've kind of ruined my YouTube. The ads that I get from these right-wing, they're pretty great. The ad that I got most recently is called Mothers Need to Fight the Sexualization of their children. So I see this on my YouTube, and I go, it's an ad, and I go, okay, PragsterU, let's check it out.
But you can't abdicate the responsibility of stewarding your child, thinking that you can drop your child off at some indoctrination camp, and surely they will do the right thing. I'm sure they won't tell Johnny he's not Johnny, he's really, or just ask a question. Are you sure? That's all you need to do with the child. So these books, the material you have.
Pervert.
I want to show you something. This is from a school in Los Angeles, but I know it's been in many schools in Austin as well.
Yes.
In fact, this is part of English literature. Really,
but it's still
so
depicting
uncomfortable.
it's still depicting gay sex right here.
How is this not considered porn?
It is porn.
So why isn't a teacher who is teaching something like this essentially
liable?
Liable? Exactly.
Should be liable.
Prison.
Right.
Should be liable down.
Throw their ass in prison.
Pablo.
You can't erase it from the child's brain.
What a pervert.
When the child sees this,
Oof.
he sees every boy in this position.
No
He's
way, bro.
fantasizing about this. They know what they're doing.
Jeez.
It's farming. They're planting a seed in fertile soil. God's promise, not Yaku, God's promise is if you plant a seed in fertile soil, it'll do what? Grow.
God did say that.
They know.
And from that clip, you could see that they got their pants are, not to be too graphic, but they're soiled. They're soiled, okay? Their pants are soiled, and this has been going on for, a couple months, where, what would we call them? Americans. Yeah, Americans. A lot of American parents are very worked up and pissed off about a book. It's a graphic novel. It's a graphic novel for young adults called Gender Queer. And this started late last year. This is from the Texas Tribune. How a YA oral sex scene touched off Texas's latest culture war. So it's kind of funny how this whole thing started. When May, a stay-at-home parent, saw the illustrations from this book, she couldn't believe what she was seeing. It looked like this. Here's the funny part of this. Within minutes of hearing from the parent, so they uploaded images from this book to a Facebook group. Within minutes of hearing from that parent, administrators removed the book out of an abundance of caution. The district had one copy of the book in a high school library. Oh no! So it's a kind of weird, but things get a little bit more. Again, rise for the national anthem. But the Keller ISD parents didn't stumble upon the book by a happenstance. They were on the hunt. The Tarrant County chapter of Moms for Liberty, a nonprofit organization aiming to support parents' rights in education, had shared a list of books they identified as problem literature in schools. So they started combing through their own school library databases to find matches, and they were doing... And this is what it sounded like. This is the sound they were making while they did that. This is like a cartoonish stereotype of a demented helicopter parent. I gotta comb through every book that my kid will never read at the library. The high school library? I remember my high school library. All of those books could have been the kind of book that, like, the middle is cut out and you put a flask in there. They could have all been that. Because kids don't go check out books at the high school library. So this genderqueer book wasn't on the Tarrant County group's list, but it popped up as parents, who sound like this, searched keywords for titles with words like gender, quote unquote, and queer. That's an interesting way to spend an afternoon. I'm gonna comb through the high school library. Queer. I think when you become a parent, it's a lot of pressure. It's a whole life that's dependent on you, basically, for years, decades, So you kind of lose your mind. You know, I think it's fair. I think it's fair to kind of completely lose your mind when you have a kid. But this is taking it a little bit too far. I want to suggest to these parents who are sitting around on their MacBook Airs, typing in queer and gender into the high school library database. I think we should establish what I'm going to call a mirror check, okay? This is what a mirror check is. You go into the bathroom, you look in the mirror, and you say, am I okay? Am I crazy? You say that to the mirror, okay? Oh, you know what? This is an interesting group of parents. They're sort of like the Babysitters Club. They get together and they solve mysteries. It seems pretty innocent, you know? The group of North Texas parents first started their efforts in September to expunge what they've deemed pornographic material in Keller ISD after they found out the district had copies of Out of Darkness, an interracial love story. An interracial love story. They wanted to ban what? Again, guys, mirror check, okay? Am I okay? You look in. Am I okay? And then the mirror will you'll get into a flow. No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? You'll figure it out with the mirror check.
They know. They're planting seeds. Here's what our account. We have a 10-year-old boy right now. He's addicted to porn. He watches 2.5 hours of porn a week.
What a pervert.
10 years old.
Oh.
Do you know what his introduction was to porn in Austin, Texas? A question in the classroom about sexuality.
Whoa.
He went home. He'd never heard of it. He Googled it.
Right.
He went into YouTube and typed in anal sex, which this book talks about,
Ew.
right?
So I have a pretty strong feeling that these two have not been doing their daily mirror checks, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's okay, folks. We're looking in the mirror every day. We're saying, oh, no.
But he's making a pretty solid point here, which is that, you know, books like this young adult graphic novel that this person created, which it's an autobiographical thing. It's an autobiographical thing of this person's experiences. Things like that are a slippery slope to being addicted to porn. Also, I do think sex ed is a slippery slope to porn addiction as well. You know, you're in that class with some teacher who is just waiting to get out of there and stop dealing with your, you know, these kids, we're talking borderline wild animals, just waiting to get out of there. But they're like, okay, this is a vagina or whatever, you know. And from that, you're just like, ooh, this is tantalizing. So you rush home and you're like, what? I gotta get into more of this. I gotta get into more of this kind of material. And then, boom. And I looked this up. A person nowadays first sees pornos, we'll call it.
What a pervert.
At the age of 11. That's the average age that someone first sees it in intranet porno.
What a pervert. What a pervert.
They see this. Yuck. And the author of that book says, this is for high school students. This autobiographical book about sexual experience, and it has a few explicit cartoon images. These very tame autobiographical drawings in this graphic novel that's dealing with giving the whole backstory to this person's life and all this. I would say if kids at 11 are looking at internet porn, it might be nice to have a sort of counterbalance to that of something that's more thought out. It deals with those things from a relationship point of view in a healthy way, in a thoughtful autobiographical, or we could go mirror checkless, just completely checkless. Many of these parents, we're talking days without a mirror check, typing in queer. Oh, we got it. This kind of video does seem, it just seems so wrong. Like, it seems so like borderline abusive to a parent who's already kind of on the edge of losing their mind about this stuff, who's searching the library at the high school. But I mean, they might as well just come out in these videos and say, hey, you're not freaking out enough. You should be upset. About what? Who cares? Who cares?
Deaf, dumb, and mute about this. Then all of a sudden their child comes home completely dysfunctional, and you can't just flip a switch. Once the child is exploited that way,
yeah,
there's major damage.
Right.
That is pornography.
Yeah.
It's porn.
Is the reason we can't actually sue the school, is the reason because this is an illustration and not an actual picture? Because
Hell yeah. I think these Meemaws and people should sue the school. Definitely. So, okay, so it says here you're suing the school because in the entire district there was one of a book that you don't like. Okay, yeah. You win. I think, you'd probably also have to, like basically, like, no library can have books with explicit material, right? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, what if I take my little rat of a kid, to the library? I don't think they've made that clear, how to pronounce library. They built this giant, beautiful library where I live, and it's just packed with kids all the time. They're like, ah! I brought my little puke of a kid to the library the other day, and he came up with a book. He was like, he came up with a book, and he was like, I gotta have this. This book was in the library, so I gotta get it, man. He called me man, and I looked at the book. Guess what it was? That's right, Marquis de Sade. Marquis de Sade, bro. So I am suing the library for all they're worth, bro.
why are they pushing this so hard on our kids? And then the other question is, why aren't parents not freaking out and marching over this issue? Because
exactly.
you would think that everybody's looking for something.
That's the problem. They're not doing this. Enough. Come on. I think it's really good that she pointed down at the book. She's like, why are they pushing this so hard on the kids? Because that, it's a hard push. It's a hard push. Like, I wanted people to find this YouTube channel, and I was like, I'm going to push really... And I'm going to push really hard on all their asses to watch this God-forsaken piece of crap, piece of garbage of a channel. I'm going to push this really hard. So the first thing I did was to put this channel in one high school library in a small town in Texas. Now I just wait for the views to come in. I do feel a little bit sorry for these parents who this resonates with, who they're clearly kind of like taking advantage of, because these parents are losing their minds. They're losing it. They're losing it. And, they're kind of right to be losing it because, America and the world nowadays can be a very scary place, especially America, where it's just like, yeah. Go you, bro. There's a lot of this going on. So these parents are very anxious, but they're also, and this is not their fault, they're very stupid. They're very anxious and very stupid, and they're just like, where do I put this anxiety? And then somebody says, people are trying to steal your kids with porno. And you're like, okay, there it is.
So you're basically saying this is happening because the left establishment wants to weaken our youth so they can be more controllable.
100%.
And a weak youth is one that is over-sexualized.
There's no more
and
powerful
distracted and weak.
Right.
The other group is just complicit and too lazy to fight against it because they've been made lazy and it's just too evil and too difficult to fight.
We got to get more parents searching. We got to get more of these parents searching on their laptops of the Texas school library, high school library. So let's get our asses on that. I think that's a good use of time, actually. So yeah, I think that we should have a kind of federal thing. The mirror check will be a part of this law. So, this is a think tank now. So I'm proposing this. It'll be called the Americans Can't Handle the Job of Parenting Act. And what we'll do is we'll just basically ban all books from schools, libraries, not because of the kids, but we'll tell the kids, we'll be like, your parents just can't. They can't handle this, sorry. Okay, anyway, kids, now it's time for recess. Let's put on our Kevlar bodysuits and go to the bulletproof walking in a circle cell. So yeah, I don't know, guys. Just as a parent, I'm very sad and disturbed by all of this grip, So I searched around on their website, and thank Christ, Jesus, thank God, thank our Lord God, okay? He's yours too. That they have this. And this book is called PragsterU Kids Activity Pages, The Virtue of Freedom.
Oh!
This does not look like a porno to me. Yeah, it could be, and I'm ready to panic about it. But this, that does not look like a porno to me yet. Oh, it's a coloring page. This is President Ronnie Reagan. Ronald Reagan. He was the 40th U.S. president. Oh, shit. That doesn't quite look like him, but I'm into it, man. I'm already into it. What is the freest country in the world? Answer the questions about Reagan to find out. Well, what sweet treat did Ronnie Reagan eat? Cinnamon rolls. Oh, and then and if you get them all right, the freest country in the world is America. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. You know, I am just a little kid doing these activities, but I do have the internet, and, you know, some of these rankings of countries beg to differ, but...
Welcome to the game show by PragerU Kids. I'm Noah, and in this show, if you answer a question fast and correctly, you avoid getting totally gross and messy.
Ew!
Smells gross!
I was really concerned that people were trying to do weird crap to my children. So thank God that they have a show where they're, you know, dumping mayonnaise and oil on kids while they berate them with facts about Ayn Rand.
I had the best time.
Best time!
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Jill Simonian with PragerU
Hey,
Kids. You
what's
just
up?
watched the trailer for our brand new game show for PragerU Kids debuting this week. How we found you as a host.
Oh.
Because you were actually an intern
No
for
way.
us
No.
here at PragerU in the production department.
Oh, hell yeah. This seems like a dream job, actually. You know, I think I might want to work at PragerU. In fact, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to just take a few seconds to look up the job openings at Prager. Okay, now wait a second here. I'm seeing something that I don't like here. Location of this job, Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles.
What a pervert.
That's the place where all the
Perverts.
are. I guess PragerU is working from the inside to get all those perverts. Why is it so loud?
I'm Noah, and in this show, if you answer a question fast and correctly, you avoid getting totally gross and messy.
Ew.
Joining us today, we've got Samantha.
Oh.
Hi, and we've got Leah. Before coming here, each of you read our PragerU Kids digital magazine about Ayn Rand from our website.
Oh,
Now we're
seems
going
normal.
to see how much
This show's pretty normal. These two kids are like so cool about this. Hey, we're gonna shout Ayn Rand facts at you and to dump goop all over you. Yeah, that seems fair for my kid to do that.
Russia. That is correct. She did escape from Russia. So that means Leah gets the best.
Oh shit!
Oh
Oh no! Come on.
my goodness. I'm just gonna do it with my hands. Ew. What?
This is all you could afford? Isn't this PragerU thing kind of financed by whack job billionaires? This is what you could afford for this kids show? Unbelievable.
Left nut. What happened in her homeland that made Ayn Rand need to escape and move to the USA?
The rise of communism.
That is correct. It was the communist takeover or the communist revolution.
Right.
During the Bolshevik Revolution, Ayn's family suffered years of poverty after armed soldiers took over her father's pharmacy.
You know, it's hard to make out what this actually is, like why they're making all this crap. I mean, everything with these people is some like tax avoidance scam or some 10 years past dead billionaire gave them money. He's like, put a show with Ronald Reagan in it. Or whatever this is. But what effect could this possibly have on children, a show like this? This extremely, we're talking like criminally underfunded, low budget show where they would dump orbs on kids or something. I don't know. Do you remember that? This is what this is going to be. Do you remember when our mom made us watch that? Yeah, what was that?
Spam! I don't even know what is in this. I don't even know what.
Ew, it smells bad.
Stop it. Oh my goodness. You want a big chunk? Oh. Ew.
Look, this is a message to Dennis Prager and all you goose-stepping idiots over there over at Prager. You put some money into this thing. You ass, you idiots, you fools. What is this? as a punishment for not getting the answer right. She doesn't get slimed like on Nickelodeon. You know, she doesn't, the floor doesn't open and she drops down a slide or whatever. No, we're going to rub meat on her arm. Let's open those wallets on this kid's show, you fools. I just want to play this little clip right here because this kid gives the best answer to this question. Here we go.
Name one of the American political groups that Ayn Rand's philosophy of personal freedom and responsibility has influenced.
Individualism?
That is incorrect.
Hell yeah, Leah. Hell yeah, Leah. Individualism? I don't care. Can I go home now? Look, lady, you're covering me in food. You know, I don't even know how much my parents are getting paid for this in LA. But I don't know. Individualism? I don't know. Can you please clean this crap off me? From now on, guys, Ayn Rand's philosophy, you know, her school of thought, quote unquote, is individualism. Okay? It's a way better name for it. All right, amazing. So we threw these two kids through the ringer. We put their little asses through the ringer, you know, put spam on them, you know, sprayed them with whipped cream, all this stuff. One of them's got to walk home with that prize. Now, look, these people who finance this PragerU stuff, these are Koch brother type weirdos. These are Koch brother type morons, okay? These guys got some of this. Take a doo-doo pie. All right? So I can't wait to see. This prize is going to be something else, bro. This prize is going to be something else, dude. I can taste it.
You girls okay?
Yeah.
Weird. And that's the end of our game. The winner is, drumroll please, Samantha!
Yeah!
Here's what you won.
Hell yeah.
A proud-to-be an American medal.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
And a jar full of American coins. But why coins? Do you know?
No.
Do you know? Because our American mottos are printed on all coins. In God we...
Weird. I'm calling bluff.
Trust, liberty, and e pluribus unum. But what does e pluribus unum mean? Out of many, one. It means that we're all Americans.
Okay. I was expecting like a Nintendo Switch or some. A jar of pennies and a fake medal is, for billionaires. That's a great prize for kids. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey. It is a little bit weird.
Welcome to the game show by PragerU Kids.
Okay.
I'm Noah, and in this show, thank you for playing with us. Did you guys have fun?
Yep.
For being such...
Exactly. Did you guys have fun? Yep. So there we go. This is the type of ads that I get and the videos that they lead me to. So thank you so much to PragerU. Hey, you old fossils. Let's come on. Let's give these kids some real prizes. Well, guys, it's Monday, and you know what that means. Okay. All right. And I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I didn't make the rules. All right. I want it to be weekends too. I don't want to do this, you know? But thank you so much, guys. I love you. And please
Keep that little smug. Keep that little smug.
thank you so much. And as always, bye-bye.
Hey guys.
You're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away. And we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. but please become a patron today. For as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys so much.